Count me in.
3, 2.
It gets right. My balls is totally moving, doing improving. Not that we can back out. I got the heart and desire. My balls are on fire, ready to take us to the top. Welcome to the show. Did you know that your vibe is up? Oh, cheers! Yeah! Yeah! All hail! Yeah! The king! Hail it! Hail it! Get down on your knees! The one is here! Yes! That's right. When you least expect it, like in the porta potty, just boom, rah, eating your ass. Oh no, I've gone.
Are you reacting to your language,
out.
or did you just remember Ben Gleib is here?
Sorry, Ben Gleib's here.
Oh
yeah.
no!
Welcome to I said
The hell
ass.
is that?
I
You
feel
have a
like
sign that says I can't cuss, and I wanted to cuss immediately.
I'll tell you what's happening because I did a podcast yesterday. I was on somebody's Josh
Dick?
Potter.
Uh-huh.
And when I started, I was like, yeah, man, like it's great to be here. And then I was like, what is happening? And then I realized it's because I was hosting X Games all weekend and I got used to, I had to be like, we're back and we're excited. You know what I mean? We're always excited.
You were
Yeah.
too excited.
Yeah, because when you podcast, it's like, hey, man, we're back and
Oh, okay.
I've been here the whole time.
Oh, you
really.
didn't book me to bring your mood down. It just so happens you're back.
I'm saying it's my bad. I came
get
in
it.
too hot. I've got to adjust again.
I understand. I don't mind the extra enthusiasm for the record, though.
Okay, well then maybe I'll stay in X Games mode.
Great.
I'm pretty pumped to be here.
Thank you. I love
And
that.
I'm psyched that you came.
That's
Psyched.
nice.
I'm psyched.
Thank you.
I'm losing it.
I'm excited. Also, if you don't want to be in X Games mode, maybe don't sing your theme song live each week, which includes saying everybody's mother's a whore and screaming it.
I mean that in the night. I don't mean that. It just rhymes.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't think everybody's mom is a whore.
Ben,
Lore,
none
lore,
of
tour.
us would be here if our moms weren't a little loose.
Right.
I mean, it's a real broad
I
definition.
reckon every mom sucked
Pun
it.
intended. It's a broad definition. Definition of a broad.
All good moms have sucked it.
You, Jason,
That's
mentioned
not how babies are made, by the way.
mentioned porta potty surprises.
Mm-hmm.
Were you thinking of anything in particular?
No, just like how I'm, like toilet humor and, being at X Games and it was like some mega people on Twitter that were coming after me or something. So it's just like, and then I did stand up last night and I thought of a joke and I was like, don't do that. That's like too harsh. And then I was like, if you bring up that you were the host of X Games and then you do this joke, that's almost funny in itself. And I was like, you're just dark. You know what I mean? Like my jokes or the things that I think of are like gross. Like I don't think they are, but I understand how other people would.
They're a little
But-
aggressive.
But I also totally love action sports and talk to like 12-year-old girls about how they did a Buddy Varial 540 and
Progression and what have you.
because I am into that. So
Yeah.
it's like a weird. I'm like, my work is confusing me because I don't want to bum anybody. You know
Yeah,
me, dude. Like
sure.
I am gross, but I don't want to bum anybody out.
Every man contains multitudes, and every man is a walking contradiction. And even in this sense, ladies are men. Like I saw, nobody was more excited about the best whip competition than you.
Your son was more excited about Best Whip than me.
I don't
Your
agree.
son made me
I also
like my job more.
Because I was having trouble getting your attention. We watched, but then we were trying to beat the traffic, so we watched enough of it. It's just the same whip over and over again. You can
Yeah,
cut out a
yeah.
couple early on that. And then we walked past where you were watching on the monitor, and it took a while to get this guy's attention. Because Best Whip is, I don't say this in a bad way, it's everybody's just doing the same trick over and over and over in a line. And this guy is just like laser focused on the monitor going, ooh, ooh, with every single one. It was like watching Stevie Wonder play the keyboards, the way you were reacting.
It was like
trying to
watching
stay in
Stevie
the
Wonder
moment,
play
man.
golf.
Yeah.
Like if they're gonna ask me about that one guy, I better know what that one guy did. You
No,
know?
it was great.
But
I
it's
actually
so it's
really
the
liked
nuance. It's the little differences you have to notice. In,
yeah,
in
and
an
it's
event
not
like
my
that.
sport. Like I love motor. I grew up riding dirt bikes, but what they're doing, it's different level.
Yeah.
So to understand, like to critique and whatnot, you gotta know a little bit, or someone's gonna call you out. You
Did
know?
anybody ghost ride it?
No, that's not even that's a car thing.
Oh, ghost
Yeah.
riding the whip.
People say that, but the actual what a ghost ride is when you stand on the roof of your car while it's driving down the road, or the
Oh,
hood.
like Teen Wolf style.
Yeah, but nobody's driving. That's
Yeah.
ghost riding the whip.
If Styles hadn't been there.
Yeah.
You don't want to see me like this, Styles.
You did.
I also love that if I can go back about 2.5 minutes.
That was your Michael J. Fox.
This is my Michael
Spot
J. Fox doc. I mean, it's not the best. It's not
Wait,
the best of my
it's both?
impressions. What?
Which one was it?
It's Michael J. Fox.
What? Okay, do Doc.
No, this is him talking to Doc. Normally, when you're doing a Doc impression, you don't say Doc.
Wait, that's Michael J. Fox.
This is Michael J. Fox. I gotta. Damn that kid. He's late.
Oh, you just went into
That's
Doc.
a
There's
little
a problem
better.
with the
Right.
gravitational pull of the Earth in 1985.
The Doc is better.
The Doc
Yeah, for
probably
sure.
is better. Yeah,
I-
these
But
are
that's
two of
only
my
because the
top.
Michael J. Fox is ridiculously bad.
Yeah. Well, I don't claim it to be good, but I'm also doing Michael J. Fox now. It's
Can I hear
different.
your Michael
That's
J.
not
Fox?
funny. That's not funny, Ben Gleib.
Wait, he's not allowed to have a voice anymore.
And you're doing an even worse impression if that's him now. He's very shaky.
That's not
Sorry.
nice, Jason.
It's
Ellis.
what I look. I love that guy,
I love him too.
and that is a curse. Why can't they cure that?
Sounds for a second like what you said. Why can't they kill that? And I wish you didn't.
That's why we
The
need to
accent
make
really didn't come through strong for you
clones.
there. Gloves?
Clones.
Oh, clones.
Gloves too, yeah. Gloves are
That's why
necessary.
we need
Padded
to
gloves. would be
I'll
good.
go with gloves. It's probably safer.
That's a good idea, Michael.
Gloves, you say, Ben Gleib.
I'll give you a
Interesting.
hug, but
How
put
would
on the
they
gloves
work?
first. Put on those.
Right.
It's those huge Mickey Mouse padded ones that are like
Got it.
enormous.
Got it.
And so if he's kind of shaking around you, no one gets hurt.
Right,
I think it's a great invention for the Parkinson's community. And I mean no disrespect by this. This is trying to help them.
right.
As long as we're not disrespecting communities, I want to be clear. At the beginning of the show, I was trying to do the Bill Cosby dance, and every time I saw myself in the monitor, I was like, it looks like I'm making fun of disabled people. And I want to be very clear, I was making fun of Bill Cosby.
You made that worse for sure by breaking
You're-
that down.
You were making fun of Bill Cosby by glorifying his old funny dance moves.
That
Yeah,
thing?
that's all terrible as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't bring that up even,
Speaking of terrible and not bringing up stuff,
Yep.
you broke up with your chick?
Yep. And more so, she broke up with me. I mean, it was like sort of mutual, but it was really. Why is my head cut off in the monitor? It's not really going to be cut off in real life, right?
Yeah, that's not really going to be cut off, right?
I think it is. It is going to be cut off.
Wait,
When it goes to my one shot, my head is completely decapitated. Maybe you're not
go
used
back to the one
full-size
shot.
guests. Can
Go
you
back to the
mine?
one shot.
Yeah, go back to me for a second.
Miles,
See, cut off.
This is Miles. Miles is working as the producer of the Jason L Show. Oh, you're going to zoom back. That's
There
your
it
answer
is.
to that. There you go.
Beautiful. Yeah, with
There it
shit
is.
fell apart like 8-9
Miles is
months
on
ago.
fire today.
Huh?
Miles is on
I
fire
get.
today.
I thought you said Miles is fired today. I miss hearing you.
He
And
can't
very
get fired. Nobody wants to work for us. This is the
Interesting.
only thing we got.
yeah, we broke up like 9 months ago, end of October.
How long had you been? an
4.5
item?
years. We were engaged
Yeah.
to be married, and
Weren't you saying
don't
some weird
speak
stuff
anymore.
though last time we were here about how you like she went like you got to do things. She's making you do things.
oh, that's probably true. And we weren't having a lot of sexuals either.
Yeah, there was like she was giving it. It was like a couple days a week or something.
A couple days a week.
Not even?
We were having it like once a month on average.
Yeah, see that's it.
It got better by the end. It was like every 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Not enough.
So you got to look at it half full. That was destined to fail.
I guess so.
So now you can move on and find somebody that would want to have sex with you the equal amount that you would like to.
Yeah.
They're out there.
Oh, I know
And
it.
I believe you will meet them.
I've been
Also,
hanging with somebody who, it's very
There you go, you're
unofficial.
back.
It's casual,
You're back in the saddle.
but I can't keep up with her.
Right.
So,
Because it's out there.
correct.
Good. Hell yeah, everybody. It's time to bone up with BlueChew. Let's get chubby.
Let's get the same active ingredients as Viagra, Cialis, and Levitra, but in chewable tablets and at a fraction of the cost. Low-cost boners, y'all!
Especially if you use our promo code but it's super discreet. You talk one time to somebody on the phone, and then it comes in a discreet package, so no one knows that you're just packing heat, just
That's right.
pinging stuff off it. Throw things over my shoulder from it.
BlueChew tablets are the same as my boner, proudly made in the USA.
Yeah, BlueChew wants to help you have better sex.
That's right.
That's a pretty good deal, right? Who wants to have better sex?
I was into bad sex for a while, but it turns out the good stuff way better.
Pretty kinky of you, Michael. Check it out, everybody, at BlueChew.com and chew it and do it, you know?
We've got a special deal for our listeners. Try BlueChew free boners.
Yeah.
When you use our promo code Ellis.
I use them all the time, you guys. It's no lie. I don't want to say it, but it's...
He only stopped because I was coming over.
Yeah.
Try BlueChew
packing,
free when you use the promo code Ellis at checkout. Just pay $5 shipping.
I carry my laundry on my boner now. I don't use a laundry basket. There's no need, thanks to BlueChew.
The Iron Rod, they call him here
That's
in
what
the
they
valley.
call me in the show now. The Iron Rod is telling you to go to BlueChew.com, use the promo code Ellis, and you will receive your first month completely free. Big dicks free. You with me? BlueChew.com, use the promo code Ellis, and chub up.
And we thank BlueChew for sponsoring the podcast.
Yeah, my dick thanks you. It's got to be a struggle, though, being a comedian and trying to date people, because I feel like the more I do it, and now that I'm single too and I'm meeting people.
Yeah, sorry to hear about your breakup.
Thank you. Sorry to hear about yours. Did I say sorry?
I don't know. I don't think you did.
Sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, but you don't have time. Like you're like, well, I go out every night.
Yeah.
You know?
You could just do it like I do and just perform less and just be home sad. You could do that.
That's a bad move.
You think so?
I think there was a minute there where I didn't really get a choice. I think like right when it got really sad, I was kind of thrown into the busiest time in my career, I think, at this point. Like just that much stuff happening that it helped. Like I think there was a week or two there where it was really bad, but I didn't have time to feel really bad because I had to get up early and stay up late and like fly places, and it just sort of took my mind off it because I was so tired whenever I had time to think about it. Instead of thinking about it, I just went to sleep.
I found the time. It's incredible. With time management skills, and I recommend everybody tries this, you could be sad as much as you want. With my new time management plan,
right,
you can be sad around the clock and just squeeze in the work.
Also, your father passed away?
Yeah, 3 months ago.
Dude.
I'm sorry to hear that, Ben. I know
Thanks.
you two are especially close. I always admired the relationship you had with your
Sorry,
dad.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, my dad just suddenly passed away. I was on a trip in Costa Rica, 2 days into a 12-day trip. My mom calls me 1:30 in the morning, and I was like, is everything okay? And she goes, no, Dad is dead. I mean, that was how quick my dad went from being healthy and alive to dead in my brain. So that was a challenge.
Yep.
Yeah, that was wild. Very wild. The good thing is that, I was pretty bad after my breakup for 5 months. And the last month I got over it and I was happy again. And my dad and my mom were like my counselors through the whole breakup. And my dad got to hear me happy for a whole month at the end.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I do take blame for my breakup for is, granted, I think she did a lot of things that pushed me to the edge.
Yeah.
And I don't know if this may be a problem a lot of men have, or maybe that's me making an excuse, but I very rarely have an anger issue where I'll just get pissed about something, and I'm not proud of that, but I'll yell and I'll not act in a way that I'm proud of. And when we were about to break up in the last 5 weeks of our relationship, she asked me, sort of demanded that I go to anger management class.
Yeah.
And I did it, and it worked incredibly. I took a 4-week course in 2 weeks. It completely changed my relationship to anger. I don't get angry like that anymore. Haven't in the last 9 months. And
not one time.
Not one time.
Wow.
And my dad was the biggest source of anger for me, and we would fight and argue all the time throughout our whole relationship, especially the last 10 years. And because she made me take that class, even though she pretty much broke up with me and moved out of the house, the last 6 months of my dad's life, we didn't fight like we always did.
Oh, wow.
We got to have a much nicer 6 months.
Now, I know you can't boil 4 weeks into 2 weeks into one sentence, but obviously life didn't change, and that first burst of energetic reaction to adverse things happening hasn't totally changed in you. So I have to assume that means you've radically changed your attitude towards feelings of anger and the way you choose to respond to them. If you had to boil that down to a paragraph, what is it?
Yeah, the main thing that I learned in this class that was kind of mind-blowing is like, I think maybe a lot of dudes react this way, is like we just get angry and we think we have to express our thought. We think it just has to burst out. And the biggest thing they taught is just anger. You don't need to get rid of your anger ever. You're always going to have anger. That's an emotion that will exist. But an aggressive response to your anger is what you can learn to control. And so I learned I can feel really angry inside and be really pissed about something, and I can just like redirect it. I can be like, oh man, I feel angry inside, but how can I best express that to get what I want, not to get what I don't want, not to blow up my life by getting angry, and so I'll just feel angry, and they're like, use it on a scale of 1 to 10, and like, okay, that's getting up to like a 6 or a 7, like, all right, take a deep breath, and then figure out a different way to express this. And it was like a eureka moment for me. I was like, wow, I don't have to yell if I want to yell. Like, that's crazy.
I always thought that like if you're sad, anger comes from being sad.
Yeah, I mean, mine does.
So I feel like
for me, it's a cry for help. Yeah, it's like
yeah.
That's what it was. The day we had a huge fight that really was the beginning of our undoing. Was she was just, you know, in my opinion, being incredibly dismissive and rude of me and pushing me into the corner, not making me feel listened to or heard or respected in any way in my own home and the home that we were building together and that we had opened together, and then I was like expressing as openly as possible, can you please understand I'm trying to express to you now how much this hurts. I'm trying to literally saying those words like, this hurts so much. Can you please respect that? Can you please do something to show me that this matters to you? And she just doubled down. She's like, no, that's how it's going to be, and you're going to deal with it. And it's like, I'm sorry, like at some point you get pushed into a corner, any creature is going to react.
Sure.
You know?
Right. Well, and what you're describing, and we're taking your word for it, but I know you pretty well. I don't think you're totally making this up, is somebody who thought you couldn't handle anger and rage and therefore needed to do something constructive to deal with those emotions, who clearly could have used some of the same work themselves.
Absolutely. I mean, that's the biggest disappointing thing about this breakup for me. And you laughed in a way that sounded like you were relating to what I was saying there, Jason. But
yeah, it could happen.
But but the biggest thing was just I was mind blown with how I was willing to accept somebody with enormous flaws without broadcasting her flaws, with enormous issues. I think that I proposed to her after being aware of all these issues because I wanted to love her through them, and then she expected me to be without any sort of flaws, I think, in the end.
But now we're free. We're seeing other people.
Yes.
Life is good. You've got a lot of projects. You're busy. And you get paid to be a comedian.
Yes, I do.
So
that's pretty damn good.
Suck a butt.
Absolutely.
Everybody. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, but you got to hear this.
And with all these trials and tribulations, Ben Gleib,
yeah,
if you stay alive through them, and you come out on the other side shining with a smiley face, you are a warlord. And warlords live in the glory of being awesome.
I don't mind that. Immediately when you said warlord, it reminded me of that great Saturday Night Live sketch when Phil Hartman was playing Bill Clinton, stopping at a McDonald's while jogging on the campaign trail.
Yeah.
And he was explaining to people about warlords by stealing their food.
Right,
He's like, intercepted by warlords.
Yeah.
And he would just chew.
Pretty much.
But staying alive is the key point. I almost died last Saturday. And
how?
It's very
car
weird. What?
Bus? Crocodile?
You would never be able to guess it in a million
Russian
years.
roulette.
Helicopter.
You would never be able to guess it.
Russian.
It's impossible. It's impossible to guess this.
There he was, surviving another day. Playing Russian roulette before he checks out of the hotel.
The crazy thing is nothing makes you feel more alive
It's so true. It's so true.
than a 1 in 6 chance at
I put a bullet in all but one chamber, and I just really risk it.
Yeah.
I just give
wow,
myself
Serbian roulette.
Correct. Correct.
Good for you.
Yeah, I died. I almost died in a very weird way.
Shark dentist.
That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my dentist was a shark.
Yeah.
And
No, you're a dentist. You were fixing a cavity in a great white shark.
no,
Which
my
is a
dentist
fool's
was
errand
shark.
because they just keep making teeth.
It's
They're
true.
supposed to fall
No,
out.
that was a trap.
Don't let them
Don't go for
trick
that.
you.
Yeah. Every time a shark asks you to do that, don't do it.
Yeah, but on the way out, you make an extra couple dollars from kids on the way out that really
Right.
want one.
They love them.
They do love a shark tooth.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure which to tell you first because I'm going to save for a moment the near death because
Wow.
you have to know this.
This is an intense podcast, you
It
guys.
is. It is. I'm saving the near death
Freaking out right now.
because
Yeah. Man, should we go to break or something? Because that's intense.
But let me tease this. 2.5 weeks after my dad passed, I went out for the first time to hang with the girl that I started hanging out with,
yeah.
and I was attacked by a dog in a crazy way.
Yeah.
And that's not the near-death experience.
Oh, man. Let's talk about AG1.
Let's talk about the foundational nutritional supplement that you need in your life as we enjoy in our lives. This little magic bag of fine powder. You just take the scoop, you put it in the water, you mix it up, and you have absolutely everything your body is craving.
It doesn't
desires.
taste bad.
No.
It tastes good, and it's good for you. I'm not lying. It does. It doesn't taste. It's. You can taste it. It's got a lot of greens in it, but it doesn't taste like caca. You're like, yeah, I think I can do this every day.
That's right.
It's actually quite easy. If I would have to say on the scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it a 1 in difficulty.
It's got 75 things in there that you need, and not even one of them is caca. Do you ever take some pills? I'm not going to name names that make disgusting burps come up like 10 minutes later and then last for the whole rest of the day. Not going to happen with AG1.
No, Michael, you're right. It's not going to.
If a comprehensive solution is what you need from your supplement routine, then try AG1 Friend and get a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free AG1 travel packs with your first purchase.
Go to drinkag1.com/JES, as in Jason Ellis Show. Go there, get a discount, and thank us, thank them. Be healthy and help us. Please help us. How big was the dog? Was it a full-size big one, was it?
French bulldog, one of those pudgy little dogs.
Yeah, little guy.
Little, but weighs like 70 pounds.
Yeah, but they don't have any. They don't have a mouth. They can't.
Yeah,
like,
you're
hold
wrong
on to
about
you.
that.
You got bit
Real bad.
by a French bulldog.
In the dick.
Were you naked?
No,
How did it get your dick?
it just did. It was trying to murder me and or rip my dick and balls off.
A French bulldog.
Correct.
What'd you say to it?
Nothing. This is the wildest fucking...
Seems like you were coming at him.
I was not.
French bulldogs are not aggressive.
I had been... This one's psycho. And literally, I had been texting with the girl earlier in the day. I don't want to spend the night at your place because I don't want to get bit by your dog. It's that
her
kind of
dog.
a crazy dog. Her dog.
Her dog hates you,
No, loved me before, but
but
it
that
was
doesn't
just...
sound like it loves you now.
Let me explain. I didn't even see the dog. The dog was kept as we were out drinking and eating edibles. It was kept up in her bedroom.
You give the dog a funny look because you're on edibles.
No, no, literally, I was in the kitchen with her gay best friend, chilling in the kitchen. She went upstairs to let the dog out of the bedroom.
Yeah.
The dog just hears me in the kitchen.
Yeah.
Sprint, thinks,
Say something
dude,
bad about the dog?
I don't know in my house.
Yeah.
Sprints down the stairs into the kitchen without even making eye contact with me yet.
Yeah.
Dives in the air, latches onto my dick
Got
and
it.
balls.
Got it.
Got it.
Wow.
And I had to throw him off of me. It was on there for a second. And I didn't even know I was bit. I thought he was just being playful.
Yeah.
Because I was drunk.
Yeah. Oh.
And a minute
Dogs
later.
hate drunk people.
The dog doesn't like drunk people.
Yeah.
A minute later, I was like, ow. And I go to the bathroom and there's
Really drunk?
blood everywhere.
Yeah, right.
On my life. Blood everywhere. And the girl comes in. I'm like, I have to go to the ER. And she's like, no, it's not that bad. I think she still wanted to hook up is what she was delaying it.
Gotta
So I
do
called
that.
her gay best friend into the bathroom
Yeah,
to
sure you
look
did.
at my penis.
Yeah. Wait, you
Blood.
didn't show her?
I did it. She didn't believe it was bad enough. So then
Yeah.
I called
Because it wasn't bad enough.
him in. Oh, it was. He walks into the bathroom,
Yeah.
looks at my penis and goes, he's got to go to the ER.
Wait, did you get stitches?
They can't stitch the testicles, so they had to just let it heal with wound healing.
That's not true. I've had
That is
stitches
true.
on my testicles.
I know. That's not
No,
that big
you
of a
haven't.
cut.
No, you haven't.
It was a nick.
It was not a nick. I'll show you a photo.
How dare you tell me
Deep
I never had
laceration,
it. Now.
2-inch laceration on the testicles.
Yeah.
Luckily, on the shaft itself was just a superficial bite, a little bit of blood. But on the testicles itself, deep 2-inch laceration. maybe they can stitch it, but they don't recommend it for healing the stitches. I mean, for healing the area. They say it's very hard to keep it dry and clean. It's a very wrinkly area. I just had to clean it twice a day, disinfect it for weeks.
All right.
And
So that's not a near-death experience.
that's not the near-death
'Cause
experience.
it's not.
And I only share that because
But
obviously
that is unfortunate. I'll grant you that.
yeah, but better than ever down there now. A lot of
But it
people are
is
saying,
Wait, it helped.
yeah. I think when he held on, he might have pulled really hard and like lengthened things.
Oh,
Like
that's
he
good.
extended it,
Yeah.
and so it's a new lease on life down there. You know.
Okay. One time I got a hematoma and it bled into my penis and balls, and my penis and balls were like purple for a long time,
Ooh.
and it was like swollen. So when I was flaccid, I had like a half chub all the time. It's a pretty good look.
That's interesting.
I had a weird lymph gland thing
So hot.
swell up on me.
Yeah, you had
Yeah.
a bowl.
Yeah.
Say it a little slower. Say it a
I-
little
Oh, you
slower.
gland.
I had
Say it
like because
slower.
they're on both
Yeah,
sides
mate,
of your
your
groin.
glands.
So
Yeah, yeah.
so I had like
Say it
I had
sexier.
like a third ball in 7th grade.
Yeah, yeah.
Really?
Oh, wait, in 7th grade. How
You
long
sure
did
that's not
it
a
last?
vestige? Is it a vestige of like your female organ?
It's still there. It's a vestige of me being more of a man than you are, Ben Gleib, because I had
what does
3
that
balls.
ER for a friggin'
How
French
dare you?
bulldog.
I also have a little bit of a thing there. It's a vestige of.
Oh yeah, so I do still have a vestigial thing, if I'm using that word correctly, where it is always there. I can always, it's like a little bit of a button that I can always go bink and push it back in. And I've never checked, but like an hour later, a day later, a week later, it's sticking back out and I can pop it back in.
Whoa!
I
On
grabbed
your
a guy's
testicle.
balls in a jacuzzi once, and he had like 3 balls.
You grabbed it
Yeah,
and had 3 balls.
yeah, 3 clean ones.
They
Like
let you keep one as a souvenir.
straight up full size balls. 3.
What do you mean clean ones?
Like it wasn't like 2 balls and
Got
a
it.
buddy. It was like 3
3
balls.
full babies down
3
there.
balls.
Wow.
Yeah.
Was that exciting or weird?
I was pretty excited about it.
Really?
Yeah, it's not every day.
So if you saw like 3 tits, would you be excited?
Oh my God, yeah. But in
Thank you,
terms of,
Michael.
in terms of testicles, they have more of a sexual function than breasts do directly. I would assume
Yeah.
you get 50% more load.
Do you think so? Or there's less room for it to build up in there?
I didn't ask him.
I feel like there's less room.
I blew it.
You blew it.
That's like having an
But
extra.
Seriously?
That's like having an extra fridge in the garage. You got extra storage,
no, you're
baby.
not getting an extra sack. It's like putting an extra can of leftovers in the garage in the fridge, and now you got no room for beer.
Your analogy is flawed. It's-
Yours is
Yeah.
flawed.
Nah, it's got
testicles-
extra beer in the fridge.
Yeah.
No, because he's got
What do
an
you mean
extra
no?
ball.
3 balls ready to rock. They're
Where's
both...
the extra sperm going to go? Doesn't it fill up in the sack around the balls?
Nah.
Whoa.
Nah, the balls are the cum machines. They brew it, and then they
Where
shove
does it
Okay,
get
it.
stored?
It's in the balls, right?
Where does it get stored?
Nah,
In the testicles,
yeah.
It's
not in
not.
the balls.
It's not just swimming
It's
around
not
in the
balls.
scrotum.
Of course it is. It's not in the testicles.
Balls make
Testicles are-
jizz. Everybody knows that.
What?
Balls make jizz.
But he's saying that once they make it, they
make
release
it, but
them.
it's
So you're
stored
telling me
in
that
the in the sack. It must be. That's why it's a sack. It
No.
holds
nah,
things.
nah,
No.
The balls
No.
themselves are like nectarine pits. They
nah.
ain't
It goes
plum pits.
Nah, it goes in your butt.
Maybe it's up.
That's the way you do it.
Maybe it's up there.
I do both. It's in your.
It's
what's
not
that?
floating around in the scrotum, Ben.
Where do you think it's floating around?
It's
somewhere
behind your
else.
butthole.
So you're
No.
saying
There's a
you're-
bag
you're- so
behind
you're
your
saying that if
butthole.
I don't
That's after.
if I don't release for a certain amount of time, then I have extra
Yeah.
a lot of that floating around in my scrotum. But if I were to have sex 3 times in a night, that I would basically have emptied out my scrotum. But
I
for-
think so.
I think
Here's
that's
a diagram.
If you shoot 3 loads in a couple of hours, you empty it. But if you wait an hour, it comes back again.
Look at that coming out of the balls directly through the tubey
Coming out
things
of the balls.
From back of
out
the
of
butt.
the ball into the tube.
into the vas deferens.
Yeah, he
Whoa.
loves saying that.
I do.
Well, I mean, it's a vast difference from what we were thinking about. Does it come?
Nice.
Thank you. It comes out of the balls.
BenGleib.com, everybody.
That chart is available for purchase.
That's right. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, it's
Cheers,
not-
man. It's a
right.
crazy thing.
Jizz, man.
Makes you do crazy things too.
It does. And that's
Jizz
weird
talks to
too.
me.
When it's weird too. Do you have this issue? You have sometimes the ability to masturbate a lot more often than you do have sex, than you're able to or interested in having sex.
No,
No?
I'm the complete opposite.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a boner.
How about you,
I
Michael?
don't like jerking off and finishing. It's like a waste.
It's a good question.
Taking that as a yes right off the top.
No.
He's a boner.
Because you know what I get
The
particularly.
Jason Ellis show bones.
Yeah.
You can bleep this. The Jason Ellis show fucks.
Right. I I don't get like horny from drinking anymore. That's like the cliche thing. You get drunk and you want to fuck. I get as horny as I get, like
Make love, Michael.
twice as much as I feel any other time when I'm hungover. And I use that in the broadest term possible. I don't mean necessarily nauseous headache. The morning after is and at that point, I either am with the one I love or I love the one I'm with, which is to say myself.
So you can go either way. You don't care.
But like that morning is go time for me.
You're a big morning sex
the
guy.
craziest. No, but only if I've been drinking. Like I particularly remember I turned 30 and we went out on like a boat with like a bunch of drinking and stuff, and people were giving me shots, and I got like too drunk, like almost barfed, kind of drunk because it was my 30th birthday, and that's the last birthday that still sounds like a good idea. And like the morning after, I remember being like as horny as I get.
Here's the twist: he hasn't
Gluteus
drank in
maximus.
8 years. He hasn't drank in 8 years. He has not boned since the 30th.
Gluteus maximus makes me want to bone.
A little bit more than 8.
Just an ass.
Yeah.
Any ass.
A visual of an ass.
Really?
Yeah.
Ben, let me ask you something.
It's like it's trying to pick a fight. like it says like what's up.
Put him up. It's like
No,
a little duel.
like a poke
I
shit, like
see
a-
a butt and I'm like, what?
Mhm.
The butt's like, you heard me.
Mhm.
I'm like, I mean, if you want to, I'll go. Like, I'm not scared. I feel like you want to go, I'll go. You know, like I'm built.
Yeah, I get that.
Let's go.
Ben, you mentioned you're seeing somebody.
I mean, yeah.
The nature of the relationship does not concern me.
Okay, good.
If you meet this person out and it's like sweater weather, and she's got like kind of a puffy sweater on, and then you guys hit it off, and you go and you just met her, and sparks are flying, and you go back to her place or whatever, and the puffy sweater comes off, and picture what her breasts look like exactly. But you couldn't tell until now because of the sweater. The 2 that she has, exactly the same, 3 across. And she goes, hey, some guys are surprise. Some guys, this is a good surprise. For some guys, not a happy surprise, but this is what I got. Surprise. Did that night just get better or worse for you?
It's hard because the only
It's
reference.
not hard,
That's my point.
dude. If you flinch from 3,
No, I'm not gonna
boobs,
flinch. I would do it. I'm not gonna flinch.
You're
I've-
saying you
I've-
might not be
I've-
able to get it up.
I've dealt with worse. No, I was just
Worse?
Worse.
Look. The only time I've seen. No,
What's going on with you?
I would be fine with it. I prefer 2. I like a space in the middle.
Yeah, but 3
But now you
crazy.
have 2 spaces in the middle.
Yeah, what if
This
you
is
have
the same
3?
as the balls conversation. Is it more space or less? I consider it to be less space.
It is
I
going to
feel
be
like-
less space if Total Recall is any
Right,
indication.
How do you f some titties if
You
there's one in the
you
middle?
can have 2 different
You have to
spots.
go like a typewriter, left
You
to
don't
right.
have to.
Do you hit the side thing goes brrrr
Look,
and
if
start
people
again?
got buttholes and vaginas, you don't go in and out of both because they're right next to each other.
Speak for yourself.
Right.
I
No
think you
wonder
should
you're
speak for
single.
yourself.
It's like playing the double bass, man. You don't have to use it, but you go back and forth when you feel like it.
Yeah.
yeah, or you could play a real instrument.
What? Disrespecting the triple titty? You're out of your mind,
I'm
man.
disrespecting the double bass. I'm not disrespecting triple titty.
I'm just
What
saying.
about-
I love how defensive you guys are about a thing that doesn't exist.
Well, if old ladies deserve love. You're trying to like
Old ladies or all ladies?
all. You're trying to discriminate because the lady's got an extra boob.
Mm-hmm.
Like what if like I love everybody and there might be a triple boob lady listening right now and I love
I'd
you.
like to see a photo be pulled up of a triple boob and let me just viscerally react to the moment.
You can't. It's not the same as 3 boobs live.
Why? How do you know?
3 well cuz
3 balls ain't the same as 3 boobs.
I've seen 3 balls and that was different.
I bet
Video
that's
doesn't
true.
do it justice.
Yeah, fair enough. Well,
You
it's
need to
also
hold on
'cause-
to 'em, you
well,
know?
yeah, because the balls are internal.
Yeah.
That's the biggest reason for that. Breasts are external. I don't know if you guys
Well,
know
you
that.
still need to hold them to
I've
get
seen
a
a couple
full
pair.
appreciation.
Yeah, that's
know?
very true.
I feel like just looking
Yeah,
at
it's
it
like when
was-
an implant is too filled, it's no good. It's got to feel natural still.
right?
It's got to
See?
be squeezy.
That's right. If you touch one into a little stiff,
When
you're
it's
like,
like
wait a
stiff,
minute.
it's literally I can't get it up for that.
One time
That's the worst.
I met a lady.
I had a girlfriend.
She was
who
a
had that. I was like,
dancer and she had octagon boobies.
really?
Yeah.
She wanted to fight.
They turn into hexagons, I believe. They're correct.
Hex. That's a 5-side.
They're like,
Six.
they had like,
Wow.
yeah.
Did she just have like a
She said she was getting new ones.
wrench put in there?
But right there, right at that point, at that
Yikes.
juncture, she was rocking the hexagons.
Some of the less expensive implants have been known
Yeah.
to harden, right?
Yeah.
In shapes like that.
I
Yeah.
didn't.
The last shape it was touched
In the 90s, there were some crazy ones. I see
Yeah.
people move their butt too. like the butt implant moves, so they can make it go upside down. So
Oh.
then they got like a weird looking thing in their butt, and they flip it back around again.
No.
Yeah, seen that more than once.
What?
Yeah,
Oh my.
yeah.
You wouldn't like that, would you?
Nah.
See, so there's some butts that you're not into.
That ain't natural.
I thought
But
you don't discriminate.
I still was nice to her.
I didn't say I was going to be rude to the girl with 3 boobs. You asked me if I'm turned on by it or not.
You want to see 3-boobed women?
Yeah.
I want to see
Duh.
nothing more or less. Yeah, I don't like it. Feels like a penis. Looks kind of like a penis in the middle there.
I'm not saying. I know that is a bad look. That's not the right top. But anyway,
That's not the right top.
I'll
Looks
take
like a
that
ball
off.
sack hanging out right in the middle of her chest.
You might be right. Okay.
Thank you.
Oh, come on. You don't want to go.
Now
like,
it's 2-1.
I might be
Tully,
with Ben.
come on.
Yeah,
you go to the
Thank
pool.
you.
You go to
It's getting weird.
you go to the pool at the resort, and you guys head out to the pool
No.
together. Oh, come on!
Yeah, no, I'm back in.
I'm winning that. I'm winning that resort pool.
Tell
I
us
mean,
got a
I
good
would hold
point.
on to her if I was drowning. She'd be
Right.
the good choice.
Which one would you hold?
I would just hold on to her waist and let the boobs do the floating.
Right.
You know?
Right. Good point.
Thanks.
More
I'm not trying to
3-boob
bring
chicks
those
for
boobs
me.
down. Yeah, good luck with that.
Thank you.
That's, by the way, how he almost died.
What about 3 butts?
3? How about 2 butts first? Why are you going to 3? Oh, you mean
Because
3
they're-
cheeks?
Yeah, 3 cheeks.
How does that look? That's a trip.
I think I got a problem with that.
I got a problem
Yeah.
with that.
2 buttholes.
Nah.
It has to be.
Yeah. Double poopy.
1 for peeing, 1 for pooping.
Nah. 2 poopies, 2 peepees. That's badass.
You know, the show got picked up by PBS.
By PPS.
Here's
that what you said,
Here's
PBS?
triple butt cheek.
Look at that.
Wait.
See, I'm in.
I want to.
Oh, come
actually,
on.
Yeah, I mean-
no.
But
we
dunk,
can,
a dunk,
we can
a
share,
dunk.
Ben.
I mean, I guess it gives a little
Right.
space for like a DP action.
That's what I'm
You
saying.
can be
Everybody can
spaced
be
out.
there.
You could do a 3P. You could do
Yeah.
really a 4P. You could do a
Yeah.
4C4PO.
You can do a lot.
You could do a lot, but I don't find it visually to be a good look at all. That's not a real photo.
I'd
Please,
rather
Lord.
watch her poo. Is that weird?
Yeah.
I just feel like a double cannon is crazy.
No, see, that's an issue. Like if
What
I
if they both come out at the same time, or it'd be like pew pew?
no, see, I find an ass attractive as well, like you do, but I can't ever picture that it does that. I have to put that completely out of my mind.
Oh, they do.
Yeah, but I
They all
don't think
do.
about it.
Yeah.
Do you think about that when you're
Not
still
when
turned
I'm
on?
down there. No.
But even when you're like looking at an ass, you're like, I love that stuff comes out of there. No, you're ignoring that part of the fact in your brain.
I don't know. I think I've probably thought about like how does it get out of there? You know,
Yeah, that's confusing too.
it's life.
It is. I don't even understand how, even though thongs and G-strings are attractive looking, I don't understand how that's cleanly. Like, why is that the option that people wear?
They're
You
not.
got to clean your butt.
I get that, but wouldn't it be way better if all day there wasn't something in there kind of irritating it? Wouldn't it be better to be covering and not going in?
I think it depends on what kind of butthole you got.
Thanks for saying that.
Some people got adorable buttholes, and a
appreciate
string
that.
rubbing it all day sounds
You've seen mine, huh?
excellent. No,
I have a cute one.
I don't think you do. I think it's hairy.
It might be a little bit.
That throws that whole game off.
It does?
Yeah,
I don't think it's particularly, but it might be a little.
yeah.
I mean, I've never waxed it.
It's got to be hairier than a
Do you
girl.
wax it?
No,
Do you wax yours?
No, you could have a cute.
So all of yours are hairy then.
nah.
I never claimed to have a cute butthole. You could have a cute one
Some
hiding.
girls have hairless, pretty much like
Yeah.
hairless.
Yeah,
ones.
Right.
but yours is hairy.
Yeah, a little bit.
So let's call a spade here.
Well, I wasn't.
Try and act
I
like
don't wear
only mine's-
G-strings.
No, but you made it seem like mine would be particularly
My
hairy.
butt's better looking than yours for
I
sure.
doubt it.
That's for sure.
You might be right.
Yeah.
Because I broke my butt once, and there's kind of like one side is just shaped a little weird now.
Mine's a little bit like that too.
Oh, really?
But I'm bootylicious.
My body's bootylicious, but my booty is bodylicious.
You're just saying you're fat
Yeah, but
Yeah, that's
I've
not
lost
hot.
I've lost 7.5 pounds in the last week and a half. So
from depression.
yeah, from
I did that too.
from depression and near death experiences.
I lost
I've been-
10 for sure.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I didn't lose. I gained during the depression, but I just did a fasting thing, and I'm actually getting my whole. I'm not depressed anymore. I'm getting better.
Good.
Except last night I was, but generally I'm pretty good.
That was last night.
Yeah, but
That was like last night,
yeah.
but not now.
No, I feel great now.
Well, how can you not? You're on the Jason Ellis show.
That's exactly why I'm
It's
here.
one of the most exciting places on earth.
That's why I open it X Games style every time. I'm like, yeah, it's good to
Yeah,
be back.
It makes sense.
Yep,
So you said you almost died?
I did.
Oh yeah,
So in the stupidest way, if I had died, my God,
poodle mauled you.
you'd never be able to guess it.
75 squirrels attacked you.
60 squirrels.
All right,
60 squirrels. I'm doing a virtual comedy show at my virtual club, Nowhere Comedy.
he virtually almost died.
I've actually almost died virtually. In front of my virtual audience, I almost died.
How?
So I do my show Gleib off the top. Remember I used to wear those filters? I'd come on your show and I'd have these
Yeah.
like high effect filters.
Of course.
And They don't work anymore. Like they discontinued them.
Oh,
And
what?
I have this show that's popular, and I have all these recurring characters where I use
You've
filters.
lost your characters.
Lost the characters. So I thought it would be real fun. I was going to do the show for the first time without filters. So I bought physical costumes for my
Nice.
2 most popular
Yeah.
characters.
You choked on a beard.
We're getting pretty close there.
Okay.
Yeah. I bought that very, very cheap novelty mustache.
Yeah.
Pieces start coming out. I inhale it and it covers my airway, and I could not breathe for a minute plus. I can't breathe. I can't clear my airway.
Live.
Live in front of the audience.
That's entertainment.
Ricky Lake runs over and saves my life.
Ricky Lake.
The Ricky Lake was in
She
my
saved your
house
life.
in the studio.
She's
was gonna
an
be my
adorable
special
human
guest.
being.
Adorable human being.
I met her a few times. She's awesome.
Amazing.
Yep.
And saved my damn life.
Makes sense.
And I lived to see another day.
I
was almost
saved
killed by a mustache.
I saved Bert Kreischer's wife yesterday.
You really?
Yeah, I saved her life.
How?
We got given e-bikes, like dirt bike ones. So I went over to Bert's house. It was weird. I thought I was gonna bone, and I took a boner pill because I thought I was gonna bone. And
Who?
then I got a friend here.
Oh, not Bert's wife.
Nah, I was gonna bone at my house, and then I got a text from my manager saying, "Hey, go over to Bert's. You're gonna film a thing and get an e-bike." And I don't really believe stuff like that because it just sounds like, yeah, sure, you're gonna get an e-bike. What kind of dog crap e-bike am I getting? You know?
Yeah.
And then I get there, and it's real e-bikes, and they're kind of fast. And Bert and I take off on him. We film a video, and then his wife comes out, and he lives on a busy street, and she got on it, and he put it in a lower gear for her, and he was like, "Just feather it, you got to watch the throttle." And I was sitting on my bike, and she just took off in a wheelie out into traffic, and I
Whoa.
just snatched her handlebar and stopped her as she went past me, and then a car went past right when she went past too, like.
Damn.
She would have rode out in a wheelie in front of it. It was like a big truck. So yeah, I saved her life.
Whoa.
Yeah, but we were laughing about it. I got video of it, but I was laughing about it. But my face, because I took a boner pill. When you laugh on a boner pill and you don't have a boner, it goes in your face. My face was throbbing like a rock hard boner.
You cannot have a boner on a boner pill?
Yeah, yeah,
I've never taken a boner pill.
yeah. I kind of got into it. I was like always taking a boner pill before I do stand up. So then
Really?
yeah, because I'd be ready to bone right after.
You want to bone after every set?
Yeah.
That's not the right precedent to set.
Well, I would bone before too if I could.
Interesting.
I think it's always a good idea.
It's like when I was told to not drink when I was starting stand up because you develop a dependency on alcohol being linked to your performances. I don't think
Right.
I don't think you need boners to be attached to being able to get up on
I don't
stage.
even get a boner on stage. I've just got it in the pocket in case it's ready to go.
But then what if you see somebody attractive in the audience and all of a sudden
That happened last night at the comedy store.
And then
The,
what
the lady
happens?
that went up before me was a really hot New Zealand chick. She was
Yeah.
6'2".
Yeah.
She was super hot.
Yeah.
And I was like, don't do it, penis.
And you went out without a boner or with?
I went out with a no boner.
No boner.
Yeah.
You're able to control it.
Yeah, it was more in my face.
What does it look like? Can you kind of act out the face?
It's,
Your face inflates.
yeah, it feels like it's pulsating.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I would think your nose gets bigger, Pinocchio
I
style.
don't know. I don't know about that.
It doesn't kind
I
of go
hope
like
not.
this. Her.
But it's pretty cool.
Interesting. I love Bert Kreischer. Great man.
He's the best.
I just bought an e-bike and
Yeah, we should
didn't
go
get a
for
free one.
rides.
I would love to that. It's being delivered in like a week.
Hit me up,
Because
man.
I'm going
I've
to
got
Burning
3
Man.
in the garage now.
Really?
I'll go hard.
I'm down. I'm going to Burning Man. And I needed to
Airborne.
buy one, so
I'm
I
not
got a
going
fat
with you to
tire
that.
one. Why not?
I don't know. I'm 50.
You've never been to Burning Man?
Nah, man.
Oh, you have to
I'm
go.
me.
Doesn't matter if you're 50. So what? I'm 45.
I just don't really enjoy kooks.
Kooks.
Yeah. Yeah, like you guys all at Burning Man.
There's every subculture in the world
Yeah,
of Burning Man.
Every kook from every subculture.
You don't think you're a kook?
Nah, I'm sweet.
I'm a sweet.
Yeah.
That response was not only a no, it was a not at all. That's what it was. Yeah, ha ha.
You got your pocket, you know?
Shh, that is hurtful. Tully, am I sweet?
You're pretty sweet.
Have you ever been to Burning Man?
No,
Would you go?
no.
Oh, you guys don't know what the hell you're talking about.
It's possible. It's possible. You know what I realized
That's
when you
what it
said, when
is.
you said the word? I don't like subcultures.
Yeah.
Name a subculture.
Skaters.
Hate them. Keep going.
Next.
People who like orgies.
Yeah, as a culture, no.
Yeah, right. Kooks.
MMA people.
Enough that you're like on a We Love MMA Facebook group. Count me
Yeah,
out.
you suck.
You just hosted the X Games.
Yeah, what about it?
That's a subculture.
Yeah, it's kooky.
Yeah, you hate it?
No, I don't hate
you
it.
being around those people?
I don't hate it.
You open the show saying
do
how
I
much
hate
you
it?
love interviewing the young girls that do
Well, I'm
do
there. I'm
wheelies.
there for the athletes to do the things that they do on their instruments.
Yeah.
I respect the hell out of it.
You like
I don't-
waffles?
I don't care about like the kook of it all. I care about the.
Why do
the
you assume it's
sport.
kooky? It's just it's an adventure on another planet.
You know what?
It's experiencing
I
human
changed my
life on
mind. You
another
guys
planet.
are like lit. You know,
We're what?
you're lit.
And that's a good word.
Yeah. Wait, you don't know about lit?
Being lit, it's good.
Yeah. Yeah. You guys are fire.
Yeah. So now
Yeah.
you're going?
No.
I don't get it. It's like experiencing life on another planet. You wouldn't want to do that? If human
Experiencing
life,
on another
that's
planet.
what it's like.
I can do mushrooms and hang out in the backyard and
No,
see
you
another
don't
planet.
get it. It's
And then I get no kooks around me.
It's if human life developed in a whole different way. Everybody
Yeah,
greets
yeah.
you with a hug.
Yeah,
There's no money.
no. Hey man, how's it going? What do you do? Kook.
I love the idea. I sincerely mean this, of strangers who want to give you a hug when you run into them in
Yeah.
the right sort of social setting. I just hate the person it always is.
I hear that.
does
Yeah.
that.
I don't disagree with that fully.
Well then, they're
But-
all there.
Yeah, there's plenty of amazing people. Everyone's scantily clad, looking good.
Is it really hot?
It can be very hot.
Yeah, I don't need that.
Yeah, but you mostly up at night. You mostly sleep during the heat.
Yeah.
And I'll be in
Oh,
air
wow.
conditioned. I'm an air
Selling
conditioned
it.
shift pod.
Yeah.
And you're up all night partying and having experiences. and
Okay,
getting
that
free
might be.
waffles.
I don't really want to party.
You just said you want to do mushrooms in your backyard.
I don't really want to. I don't want to party. I don't want to go out late and party.
Desert night is great. I'm
Yeah,
with you. I'm with you on that.
Yeah, you ride the bike around and you go drive through weird, there's like doorways with like scarves and you get to have an experience. You get to climb on a steel jungle gym 50 feet in the air and spin upside down. You get to climb a tree house built out of steel that people build for you to enjoy.
You're on drugs. That's the only reason you like that.
No, I would like it sober. Absolutely.
Did you go? Do you go sober?
Yeah, I spend half the time there. I'm sober.
I thought you
Half the
said
time
you go out all night and party.
half the time party. I just mean enjoy. I don't mean drugs.
It's sober up all night.
No, I mean I'm definitely using
Climbing the
substances.
jungle gym.
I'm using
You're in a jungle gym at 4 in the
mostly just
morning.
weed for me, but I'll
with
do
your
other
adult
drugs.
friends, not being kooks,
Yeah.
having a blast.
Yeah.
And now you're selling it. And
You're,
then
you're
you're in a
selling
tent.
me on it.
Good. Getting free waffles, getting pizza made all night,
Oh wow.
hanging out, having weird. All of a sudden, there's a bowling alley in the middle of the desert that appears magically, and you throw a couple frames of ball.
I get it. So okay,
bowling.
so what I'm
It's
what
just
I'm hearing
surreal.
what I'm hearing from you, although I think I'm gonna have blinders on for a lot of the people, and it only takes one person to harsh my mellow, and I think there's 5,000 of that guy out there,
Sure.
which to me is a real impediment to my enjoying this. But what I'm hearing is I sleep through the heat, I wake up as it's cooling down, I go out, I have fun, I have pizza, I have ice cream. I'm still sober, but I'm in a weird sort of desert Burning Man state of mind. And then somewhere around 10, I start taking the ecstasy.
Yeah.
And then does a jungle gym sound like something I want to do when I'm on ecstasy in the desert at 1 o'clock in the morning, assuming it's not burning my bottom? Yeah.
Yes, that's my point. And you stay in a camp with your people, your kind of kooks, your kind of weirdos. You stay in a camp, you have communal meals, you prepare meals together, you all work some shifts and help build this city out of nothing. It's beautiful.
Yeah. Wow. I'll be off. I'll be there. When's that? Yeah. Can't wait to go. What is happening? Like, what job are you doing? What can people do to see Ben Gleib? Are you doing stuff?
Yeah, I have a show this Saturday that I'm debuting my third hour, but I hope will be my third hour special. It's called Endings, about this crazy year I've been through and finding all the humor in it. It's in person in LA in Silver Lake at the Lyric Hyperion. We did a show there once together. But you can also see it streaming. Same link at both websites, nowherecomedy.com. You can get a ticket for very cheap to watch it live, and we'll be projecting the virtual audience onto the wall. So I'll see you live during the show, and you'll see the debut of my new hour. That it's my most personal and raw performance I've ever done. I'm kind of nervous about it. I've never talked about such personal things really in a whole performance before, and so I'm doing that. And the link's also in my bio on my Instagram at Ben Gleib or Threads or Twitter or whatever. And follow me there. I release 3 stand-up videos every week that get sometimes great views and more often than not shitty views.
Right. That's the streets, though.
That's the streets.
Yep.
Nothing you can do about that.
Three videos per week,
Per week.
like writing new stuff.
Well, some of it's crowd work, some of
Yeah.
it's material. It's from the specials. It's from crowd work that I shoot at my shows.
Oh, I got you.
You don't want
yeah.
to burn all the material, but
course
people
not.
love the crowd work. You know?
Your crowd work is exceptional, Ben,
Thank
and
you,
I
man.
wouldn't say that if I didn't mean it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, it was really memorable when we all did a show out in wherever the hell we were, Brea, Ontario,
That was really fun.
somewhere in the Inland Empire.
That was a great time.
Yeah.
Love that place.
Dr. Drew was in the crowd.
Yeah, that was awesome. I did crowd work last. I forgot I was supposed to start with crowd work, and then I forgot, and then at the end I did it at the end
Why were you supposed to start with it?
because my manager said do crowd work.
Oh, who's your manager?
Brianna, she's out there.
Oh, nice.
It was a good idea. I forgot,
You forgot to do it.
but then I did it at the end, and it worked. So I was like, that worked.
Sure.
Yeah.
I'd just like to point out right now, Tully's very silent and not mentioning how brilliant your crowd work is.
We didn't see it.
I haven't seen it.
Oh, well, that explains it.
And I'm not that good. If you want to hear some more average comedy, patreon.com/Ellis, mate. I'm there too much. Thank you, Ben Gleib, for being on the show.
My
Are we done?
pleasure.
Yeah, right?
Thank you
Gotta
for having
go.
me again. I
Yeah.
missed you guys.
Yeah.
Okay. I love
Like
you.
you got
I
another
think-
show to do.
Next
Me
time I
too.
come back here, I will be 3 butted and 3 boobed and 3 balled.
Or don't come back.
Yeah, seriously. If you do come back, you can just be in the chair for the rest of every show. You're just welcome.
I'll be the
Because
chair.
I just want to hear what 3 butt, 3 ball, 3 boob guy has, like his opinion on everything that I do.
I feel like we're gonna have to have you on a chain with a thing around your neck in this
Mm-hmm.
scenario. I hope you understand.
I get that. And I think my suggestion for everything will be, I think we do 50% more of it.
Oh, that's going to get tiring. But not tiring enough to let you leave.
I get it.
Because that's sexy. All right, everybody. Don't die.